Okay, folks, I'm going to do, this is the last video for Packet 1, 10.3, Lesson 10.3, which is on arc length. Okay, so just arc length, you can think of it as just a piece of the circumference. If the circumference is the distance all the way around a circle, the arc length is just the length of a piece of that. So in this case, L represents the distance between this portion of the circumference, which we call an arc. So there's a formula that we can use to help us find that. L, which stands for length of the arc, is equal to X, which stands for the measurement, the degree measurement of the arc, which remember is equal to the central angle. From the last video we learned that, times C, which is the circumference, and then divided by 360. Okay. Now the directions for the first few examples say find the length of each bolded arc to the nearest hundredth. They're kind of hard to see on the packet, so I used my red crayon and just kind of highlighted the one that we're looking at. So for the first one, it's pretty simple. We're just going to use the formula and kind of plug everything in straight up. So X, the degree measure of the arc would be 107 because it's equal to the central angle. So 107 times the circumference. Now we're not given the circumference, but we are given the radius, and we remember that circumference is 2 pi r. So I'm going to do, instead of times a number for the circumference, I'm going to write times 2 pi 6 because my radius is 6, and then over 360. Okay, so we'll do some multiplication. On my calculator, I'm going to type in 107 times 2 times 3.14, or you can use the pi button if you'd like, times 6 equals, and then I'm going to hit divided by 360, and I get 11, we'll call it 11.2. It's about 11.2 meters. This is the same unit of measurement as the radius was. Okay, so I wrote it down, typed it all in my calculator, and okay, number 3 is a little more indirect because the angle that we have is on a different side of the circle from the arc that we're given, or that we're looking for. So the first thing I want to do is figure out what is this angle measurement. Well, I can simply subtract the whole circle. The angle measure is supposed to be 360, and I'm given the other side is 142. So if I just subtract 142 from 360, I get 218. Oops, let's see, 218. Okay, so for my formula then, L is going to be 218 times 2 pi 4 over 360. And remember, 4 is just the radius, and we're using 2 pi r in the place of circumference. So then I'll just grab my calculator, and I have 218 times 2 times 3.14 times 4 equals, and then divide by 360, and I got 15, about 15.2, about 15.2 centimeters for that one. Okay, so I'll leave number 2 and number 3 for you to do. Let's take a look down at number 5. Okay, so if EB is 15 centimeters, find length CD. Okay, so I'm gonna just highlight this one real quick with my crayon. So we're looking for that arc length CD. We are given that EB, which is a radius from here to here, is 15, and we want to find CD. Okay, so the only other thing we're missing, because we have the radius, the only other thing from our formula that we're missing is this angle measure. Well, luckily we are given a diameter, so I know that this whole thing here, 68 plus the unknown, has to add up to 180. So if I just do some quick subtraction, 180 minus 68 is 112. So this angle measure and arc measure is 112 degrees. So L is 112 times 2 times pi times 15 over 360. So in my calculator, I've got 112 times 2 times 3.14 times 15, and then divide by 360, and I got about 29.3. About 29.3. And these are centimeters. Okay, so number 6 is going to be very similar. I'll just kind of help you set it up real quick. So for number 6, we have NR is 8. Okay, NR is 8. We know that this is going to be 162 as well. This angle is 162 because that one is, I'm looking for NMP. So I want all of these together. Okay, well, this side, because that's 162, this side is also 162, right? Because they're vertical angles. Now I want N through M and all the way around to P. So the portion I don't want is this that I didn't color red, which is 162. Okay, so again, 360 minus 162 is 198. So the arc measure for all of that is going to be 198. So I can use L equals 198 times 2 times pi times 8 over 360. I think I told you I was going to help you set this up, and I'm not going to work it out for you, so I'll leave it there. Sorry about that. I got too excited, having too much fun. On the back, we've got a few more problems that are very similar. I think you can probably work through those with no problem. If you do find yourself having trouble with this, you can shoot me an email or send a message on Remind. If you made it this far, congratulations. Thanks for sticking with it. The last I heard, the new packets were going to be available for pickup on April the 28th at the school. So you can look for more videos to be coming out for the next packet. We'll continue on with circles, and then we'll move into some volume and surface area type problems. Don't forget to let me know if you guys need any help or want me to do videos of some more examples. Maybe some you didn't understand. I don't mind doing that. Just let me know. Thanks. Have a good one.